Welcome back to Collision Course. In this video, we will go over what the stats are and how they work together, as well as how to do the build phase. On your machine, you will see a variety of stats that are reflected on your stat tracks. The symbols that appear on your core part will also appear on other parts. When you are looking at a part, you will see the title in the bottom corner, the stats it gives you in the top corner, as well as if it has a restriction. Other restrictions include orange borders with an I or blue borders with an X. I'll get back into those in a minute. The other thing you're looking at with pieces is some of them have special abilities. If the special ability cannot fit on the card, there will be a scrapyard inventory booklet that tells you more details on each part. So what do these stats in the corner do? Gray weight is the most common stat you will see on a part, as most parts will give you 1 weight. The weight has 2 stat markers because it affects both how fast you speed up as well as how easy it is for you to melt. The higher your weight, the slower you speed up, because speeding up is based on your force track going above your mass. It will make you heat up slower because you melt whenever your yellow gained heat goes above your mass. And because of this, the blue goes along the blue track and the yellow goes along the yellow track. Now there's also the orange on the yellow track because this represents your resting heat. Resting heat is bad because you cannot ever have your gained heat go below your resting heat. Meaning if your orange resting heat was at your mass, it would be very easy for your gained heat to go above, melting parts off of your machine. In the middle, we see 3 other stats. We have your program stat, which affects how many program cards you draw, which tell you how much force you're going to get. For your blue, we see your purple, which represents your engine, which multiplies the force gained on those program cards by that number, as well as we see the red laser intensity. The laser intensity tells you when you shoot another player with your laser, how much yellow gained heat they are going to be getting. So those are the different stats, and they are color-coded on the parts, as well as they have symbols. So, during build phase, each player gets 1 free part. This can be either any of the standard parts or 1 random part. In some difficulties, you will be able to draw 2 random parts, seeing what they are, picking one and discarding the other. Note that usually for these difficulties, the first round has a special difference. Once you have your part, you can either keep it in your hand, not playing it until the next build phase, or you can attach it to your machine. This is your core part. All pieces or parts need to be connected to it. A connection is formed when 1 full side is connected, so that would be a connection, as this 1 full side is connected to the core. That would be a connection because this 1 full side is connected to the core. Additionally, when connecting pieces, you need to look at the restrictions. If it has either X's, I's, or if it has the words horizontal or vertical. Horizontal means it must be placed horizontally. You cannot place it vertically. Vertical means the opposite. It must be placed vertical. You cannot place it horizontal. There is no restriction on if you place it upside down, as it is still in the correct orientation. And if it doesn't have those words, such as this piece, you can put it in any orientation that you want. The I's with the orange border and the X's with the blue border, the I's stand for internal, and that side must be a connected side. So I have to connect it along that side as well as this side. So in order to satisfy those conditions, I can put that there, satisfying both connected sides. The X with the blue side stands for external, and it cannot have a connection. So I could not place a part there because it doesn't satisfy this one. If this X was not there, this would be a connection because this full side is connected to the, and you can trace it to the core. After you have your parts in hand, you can determine how to rearrange your machine freely. So I can see that that doesn't work and put it there. I can move this one around there. Then I remember that I need to put this one somewhere, so I will rearrange and put these there. You can never take parts back into your hand once you have placed them, but you are not required to place parts. So because of this, there is another way to get rid of parts, and that is by scrapping them. You can discard a part off of your machine to gain 1 scrap token. Scrap tokens can be spent during the build phase to buy additional parts. You can spend 1 scrap for any standard part. It costs 2 for a random part or 3 for a premium part. Parts purchased with scrap during this build phase cannot then be scrapped again for more scrap, continuing the cycle. Once you are satisfied with your machine, you then go on to the cool step of build phase, in which you double check that all of your stats are what you see on the symbols. So for this machine, there would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weight, as well as we got 1 more laser, so that goes up as well. Once you've made sure that your stats are good, you take your yellow gained heat and move it down by 1. Note that if the orange resting heat has gone up, sometimes above your yellow, instead of moving your yellow down by 1, it would go up to match your orange resting heat. And that concludes the build phase.